Hey everybody, Tony D and little Joan here. You can see little Joan in the background. She's in her bag, chewing on a bone. This next video game trailer is for The Medium, and it looks pretty intriguing. It's got, oh, wait a minute, didn't mean to play that. Come back here. You can see it's got blood, sexual themes, strong language, use of tobacco, oh no, and violence. Use of tobacco. This one is one of these horror games. It's a creepy game where you're kind of a medium or a psychic of some kind, where you could simultaneously exist in between two worlds. And I think you're trying to solve mysteries, like a mystery of a death. You see the woman pushing the morgue drawer, the body, and going to this abandoned, what I assume is some sort of town, and she's trying to solve the mystery, and she's walking around these creepy areas, and she exists between two worlds, and the two worlds manifest themselves, and she's blonde in the other world, and she's brunette in this world. So I guess this is the simultaneous gameplay you get. Dual reality gameplay, two worlds rendered simultaneously. Well, that's kind of cool. It's a little different, they're using what they've done, and you got to switch back and forth, I guess, or you got to make sure you don't get killed in one world. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but there's some sort of creepy character in the other world. It's almost like the Upside Down in Stranger Things. You can see her here walking through like an abandoned hotel, and then in this world there's kinds of weird butterflies chasing her, and there's always a strange doll head and a strange thing there, and it all looks very creepy, and she gets chased by some sort of monster. You could see written on the wall here, our fingers are going to be all right. Is that what it says? Our fingers are going to be all right. I don't know what that means. There's a scene where she actually, she's being chased by the monster, and then the monster catches her here. But you don't see the monster, so I assume it's some weird thing. There was another. Oh, here it is. See, there's this weird scene where she has to open a doorway, and it's made of flesh that's all been stitched up. So it looks nice and creepy. I would play this game. I like the cinematic trailer. Good clips, much like it unfolded like a story, and the logo at the end was also really creepy. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, you can see here. It's like all these weird fingers, not even hands, but just fingers pulling her down into this puddle of blood. Ooh, creepy. So definitely looks like a game worth checking out if you're into horror games. And it's got a bit of a different thing with this double rendering, because I guess you're constantly worried, which world the attack will come from, right? So that could be an interesting sort of gameplay. You're here with your joystick, and you're kind of one, you got to keep looking at both, and it's sort of like The Medium, in that although I would have overlapped them, that would have been interesting, but this is another way of doing it and giving you the confusing effect that The Medium herself probably has, that she sees two worlds and has to deal with them. So I like the premise. I'm not, the story, it's not super detailed in this trailer, but there's enough here that I'm intrigued. The graphics look okay. Doesn't look particularly actiony, but it does look creepy. Yeah, I say yes to medium. Seems like it would be a cool game if you're in the horror.